Hello fellas, I hope you're keeping very well. I have a bit of everything for you in today's shave, a multinational shave. We've got a German razor with a Japanese razor blade and an Italian brush with some American soap, and very much looking forward to it. Today's razor is the Merkur Future 700, and this is the satin finished version, and in that I have my feather razor blade on its 7th shave. I have my Omega Evo 2 with some lather in the knot, and the soap today is Barrister and Mann's Spice. I found this sample that I had forgotten about, thought I would bring it out today. I'm going to finish that off with some vintage original Old Spice aftershave lotion, and the bowl I've been using today is my Byron Shaving Company bowl. I like this, but I do like a flat bottomed bowl, so I'll have to look into finding one that I like. I put lots of soap in the bowl, and I've got a very shiny lather, but I think most of it is in my brush, so there should be plenty just for me to wipe on. This Evo 2 is very nice. Look at the pattern on this one. It's lovely, isn't it? I've obviously got a bit of a wet lather because it's running out of the knot onto the handle. There we are, that will do for me for starters. It's not been used very much, this brush, and it needs breaking in a little bit more. At the moment, I'm almost pulling as much soap off my face as the brush is putting on. It's really very thick and luxurious. Feels very nice on the skin. So, the Merkur Future. Now I'm going to set this. It is an adjustable razor if you've not come across one before, and it is quite a heavy, chunky razor. It weighs in at 129 grams. You can see the slots there, so it's very easy to wash out, and there goes the blade. I was just going to demonstrate that the lid just pops on and off as easy as that. Even though I've dropped the blade, we'll make do with it. Sits in there, and the lid goes on like that. Very easy. I haven't used this for a long time, guys, until I picked it up this week. For me, it tends to be aggressive at the higher end of its scale. It goes up to number 6, but in fact it will continue a little bit further. But I am going to make sure that I've got it on number 3 to start with. Now the angle for me is there. On setting 3, that is where it is smoothest. So that is more of a 45-degree angle. I would say at this point that the feather razor is still working okay, but it's definitely losing a little bit of smoothness. So I think for me, this is where I surrender on the 7th shave. We won't go to a number 8. This certainly is a very easy razor to shave with, and if you like a heavy razor, no wonder I can't see anything. If you like a heavy razor, then oh, excuse me, then this is a good one to choose. The head is a bit chunky, I must admit, and you can see the style of that head. So I like to come in on a sideways angle under my nose, but I don't ever have a problem with this chunky head. It still shaves that area very well. Guess how old it is, guys? Go on. Guess the year it was bought out. I'll tell you the answer to that shortly. I'll let you think about that for a little while. It's 108 millimeters tall. Still available in this matte finish, and there is a chrome finish which is very shiny. Sorry, I'll say that again. It's still available in this matte chrome finish, but there is also a highly polished chrome finish as well. But this one I saw just today in the UK on Amazon for £57.50. It is made of, I think, a good quality zinc alloy, and as I say, it is chromium plated. The numbers aren't painted in on this, but this razor first came out in 1986. So next year it will be 50 years old. Almost an antique already. The soap today is fabulous. Barrister and Mann, of course, you expect no less, but this spice scent is very evocative of the original Old Spice soap. It really is a very good version. It is a mixture of the following scents. We've got carnation, which always surprises me because I can't pick that up in the scent at all, but we've got carnation, nutmeg, vanilla and tonka bean. And it really is a lovely, lovely scent that I think still holds its own today as a very nice scent for men. Even though your granddad or your great-granddad, depending on how old you are, would have probably used this soap and used this scent, I think it does still hold its own today. Very, very nice indeed. It's manly, guys. So I've turned that down to number 2. Now, that is much better. And actually, going against the grain, that feather blade is feeling much better. So maybe it is just the case that the feather didn't like this razor on setting number 3 and perhaps higher. There are, of course, cheaper versions of the Merkur Future available from China, and they are very good as well, but they are not as heavy as the Merkur. So if you really like the heavy razor, the Merkur razor is the way to go. Now, I have reviewed the Ming-Chi version and the Q-Shave version of this razor. You'll be able to search on my video page and find those. This does indeed still give a superb shave. Of course it does. It hasn't changed in 49 years. I find the blade gap to be quite large, so I just want to be careful on my top lip where the skin is a little bit softer. Other than that, I've had a 2-pass shave with an absolutely iconic Merkur razor, the Future. Fantastic. So I'll quickly rinse. And I've just missed some all up there. Just going to finish that off nicely. So yes, perhaps that feather is just losing a little bit of its keenness after 7 shaves. That's it. Always try and resist the urge of going too far, but that feels much better. Fantastic. Now, Barrister and Mann Spice is you can get 1 ounce samples, which are brilliant. That one is covered in a bit of lather, but there we are. You can see the sample size. Obviously, it was a bit bigger than that, but that is superb. But a full tub are found in the UK for £21.95 for 4 fluid ounces, which is 118 millilitres, or thereabouts. It's just over actually. So there, we're on a fantastic shave. We're ready for the vintage Old Spice today. Dun, dun, dun. A good slug of Old Spice. That's me, guys, and this afternoon I'm going out in the garden a little bit so my neighbours can smell my gloriousness with the Old Spice. Thanks very much for joining me. Heck, I even amuse myself. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time around. Bye bye now.